Hey everyone, my name is Elise. I'm a cosmetic tattoo artist from Los Angeles, and I am here to show you how I wrap my machine and how I shade. So here's my machine. This is a slip cover for the machine. I also have grip tape, and this is my needle. It's already used. I use it for practice, but I always show my client the sealed package and I open it in front of them, put the needle in, twist it so it is in there. I take my slip cover, and through the side that has the biggest opening versus the side that has the small opening, I will guide my machine with the needle in it down. Sorry, trying not to block there. Normally I would like have way more space, but I'm trying to show you on camera. And I'm just guiding it down until it reaches the other side, like that. I will typically break that off. So now I have, this is trash. I'll typically tie a knot on this side, but let's focus. I'll go ahead and do that actually. I'll tie a knot on this end because you don't want to get fluid in your machine from the top, and you leave a little bit of space, okay? Because you should be able to press your button. So now I'm gonna put my grip tape on, and I'm using the side that is facing the roll, okay? And I'm kind of just doing like a scooping method. Let's try that again. I'm placing it, I'm holding it with my other hand, and I'm wrapping it as if I'm kind of just like curving down. Just wrap it around a few times and rip it off. You do not want this hole to be covered, okay? If it's covered, you could potentially, like, your machine will potentially explode because your needle, it needs to release that pressure. Your needle will be moving so fast, so you need to release that pressure. Like I said, I reuse my practice needle, so I'm not sure what the diameter is, but it is definitely a 1RL needle. All right, so let's get into shading, shall we? You need your ink, you need your baby oil, and of course your trays ready. Let's turn our machine on. Make sure it's at the lowest speed. This is the lowest speed for this machine. I always like to check my needle. I typically will have it out around like 1.5 millimeters. I don't know if you could really see that. Alright, let's shade. So I'm always swinging my machine in the air before I land, okay? And how I'm holding my machine, I am holding it with my thumb. My thumb is right here and my index finger here. And the machine is resting on my middle finger. My ring finger is just supporting my middle finger. My pinky is out because this is a flat surface. You will not be able to practice shading with your hand like this. You're not writing like a pencil. And when you're tattooing a person's face, you'll literally you'll have more support. So I'm gonna have my pinky out for support and control. And I'm swinging my machine. It's like I'm throwing this top. So we're swinging, okay? Now, I make sure that I can see my needle, and I'm swinging in a straight line before I land. And I'm doing pendulum, which is back and forth. The needle doesn't leave the skin. And I'm slowly going from wall to wall. So from this wall, which is basically a side of the brow, right? Come back down to the next wall. And of course you want to move a little bit more slower than I am, so let me do that actually. Because if you don't, you'll literally let's wipe it. I'm gonna show you how you're not gonna have that many pixels because moving too fast, like from wall to wall. No buildup, right? We want this to be built up like this shading right here, right? So you're going to have to move a little bit slower. You can literally, so remember, swing in the air and count 1 and 2 and 3 and slowly move 1 and 2 and 3, 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 1 and 2 and 3. You want to make sure that you don't have harsh stops, because if you have harsh stops or endings, you will not be able to blend this, to blend each side. You want to make sure this isn't harsh and this isn't harsh, because if it's harsh, you won't be able to blend it like this one. So let's see what our results are for moving a little bit slower. You have pixels built up now. Okay, now let's blend one of the sides. Let's go with this one. You're gonna overlap your pixels about 50% while you're shading another area. So remember, swing in the air, make sure you can see your needle, and count 1 and 2 and 3, and slowly move to the next side of the brow. Alright, so normally I would use baby wipes, but I ran out and forgot to buy some more. Alright, so some more blending could definitely be done. You just want to continuously be building up the pixels. When you work more consistently instead of all over the place, you'll see your results are way better, and you'll spend less time trying to correct your errors than you would doing brows, essentially. I should take more time going from wall to wall. Wall to wall means from this side of the brow to this side of the brow, okay? Now, it's called hash shading, cross shading, when you shade like this. Again, when you don't have harsh stops, you can shade like that. But if you have harsh stops, you're not going to be able to shade like this. You need to be shading in a U shape. So when you're swinging, you're holding your machine like this, and you're swinging like this. Okay? This is how I'm holding my machine. Alright? Just so you can see. This is how I'm holding it. And I'm swinging like this. My wrist is not moving. Okay? You want to hold it as light as possible. You don't want to have a very tight grip. Always have your pinky out, and you're shading in a U shape. So it should be touching the skin like that. Peak. Air, skin, air, skin, air. I'm making sure I can see my needle. I'm doing a lot of compact shading right now in the tail area because I want to make sure I'm saturating the skin. Always adjust yourself. You can adjust your practice skin however you need to, because at the end of the day you will be adjusting your client and you're going to be adjusting yourself. You cannot produce good work if you do not adjust yourself or your client. You cannot produce good work if you're stiff. This is what I mean by go wall to wall. One wall of the brow down to the next wall of the brow. Drag out that next section. I don't feel like I was consistent. And since I know that, I know my pixels aren't going to be 100% even when I wipe this. And that's another thing you need to understand. Like, have a relationship with like your machine and how you're shading. Know that if you do X, Y, and Z, the result you're going to yield. Very, very light. So imagine how picking up the ink on someone's skin is going to be more difficult than these are. And that could work to our advantage because people think, oh my god, I'm so scared to work on clients. Well, no, don't worry. You're gonna have to shade in the same spot at a certain depth for a certain amount of time in order for ink to show on someone's skin. So don't worry.